Stand by film. Stand by music. Stand by announce.
3, 2, 1.
And fade up.
They're the Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks of Hobbs. American public, you are worthless.
Can't account for taste.
Nice. Your teaser from earlier on the loose
fantastic.
adaptation.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
Shove that Pulitzer Prize square up your ass.
I'm so happy.
I'm as best as you're going to get, ladies, so here you go. We have... Shut up!
Then it's not a car! Masturbatory bullshit. I get the joke now.
Hey,
Stupid,
kids.
wonderful thing. Yeah.
Here's some stickers.
Are you in the crosshairs of the woke mob?
To the bridge of Kazakh Doom.
What is happening in my mouth?
Pumpkin spice lattes. I was the mark. You were the mark, man.
Yay. You want to get high together? You want to drink?
Cinema.
Subterfuge. Machinations. Wow.
Wow. Cheers. All right, well, welcome, everyone, to a brand new episode of 20 Years, 4 Beers. We are a podcast dedicated to rewatching movies from at least 2 decades ago, while simultaneously enjoying a minimum of 4 modern beers. My name is Steve, and this is my big brother,
Tim.
And we are coming to you live on tape from just outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota. In this episode, we once again actually cover a film from 20 years ago, which is becoming a trend that'll actually end the next time we meet. And we will rewatch 2005's Batman Begins. But first, we are going to talk about a movie. Sometimes we force this, sometimes we don't, in terms of our recent rewatches. This is a pretty easy one to talk about. Both Tim and I wanted to see this movie in the theaters. Didn't happen. I'm going to cover that in a minute. Yeah. But we both recently watched the movie Sinners. Tim, why don't you go ahead and get us started on it?
So yeah, we had just hoped to see it. It's like, let's check this out. Didn't get around to it. And then a coworker was like, hey.
You sounded like Garth. Hey, I got a gun. Let's go
do a Broadway show. And so I had a coworker earlier this month say, like, randomly, hey, you're a movie guy, right? And I was like, legend
Have
tells.
we met?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, Sinners is on HBO Max. I'm like, what now? Yeah. So that night, went home, watched it, and then instantly bought it right after because I will watch it again.
It's on sale right now, too, so I think I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
Like they're pushing it hard.
It was flat out incredible.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for all the things that the director-writer would put together for this movie. It's absolutely mismarketed. We talked about it in many ways. As a horror film. Like,
excuse me,
it has horror elements and it's bloody because, spoiler, it's got vampires.
Yeah, but action movies are bloody.
Yes,
they don't classify them as horror just because there's blood.
Yes, like I can't stand horror movies that are like basically like torture porn.
Yeah,
where I'm just like, this is not engaging.
See, to me, that's horror, right? Versus suspense.
Exactly, like it's intense, like it's used for a story. It was one of the best. It's definitely my favorite movie of the year so far. I mean, in my extensive watches.
I was saying your 4 movies from this year you watched.
But if it's
does
not...
Minecraft count?
Yeah, that was actually quite delightful. I liked it, Steve. It was so good. I mean, I remember texting you and be like, dude, you gotta watch this.
I appreciate movies like this that make me mad I didn't see in the theater.
Right? Yes.
There aren't many left.
True.
That I've seen recently that I'd be like, oh man, I wish I would have seen that in the theaters. I mean, Babylon, we've talked about. I wish I would have seen that in the theaters, although I was happy to watch it high. I was very. I don't know why I didn't see it in theaters. I know I wanted to. I don't know if it was just personal life things I couldn't get there with what's going on.
It's tough sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't do it. And so about an hour in, is when it hooks you for me. Like, it was always interesting and it's beautiful. Yes. It is a stunning.
It's gorgeous.
Stunning film.
Yes. It's a slow burn.
The fields of, right. Yeah, but I'm okay with that. Like, it was still good.
Take your time.
I admittedly had to throw the captions on a little bit.
True.
The Southern drawl was pretty high, which is fine. I was like, it's stunning, but it didn't quite. Like, I knew I liked it. Yeah. And there were elements about it, like we talked about, where Delroy's in the car and you hear the stuff in the background.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that here. But, like, again, dozens of people here.
But please watch it.
But an hour in, there's a scene that happens that is, we'll call it just basically the music scene.
Yeah.
And it really just shifts your because you just have to let go and say, I am in this for the ride.
Yep.
And if you can't do that, I have seen people who really don't like the movie online. There has been some discourse online.
That's unfortunate.
And I do think a lot of that is that they're trying to think their way through this. This is not a think piece. It's not something that is something that you just have to like, oh, there's this, like Get Out had the races, like the subtones, the subtext, and
social commentary, and deep stuff.
There's not what that is. This is just flat out a movie that they said, what if there were vampires in the South in the 30s?
Yeah.
Basically is what I think is what happened where Coogler's wife, or Coogler and his wife were talking about it because she's like a producer or co-writer on it.
Yeah. They
were just like, that was something along those lines, was like that phrase, and it just kept sticking in their brain. And they just started developing. Yeah. But yeah, it's a movie that you don't check your brain at the door, but you do have to just let go and enjoy.
Yeah.
And the closest thing I've come to is a comparison is Babylon, not because of the subject, but just that idea of, I got to let this go. Like, this director had this vision, studio greenlit it. So all the more reason I think you and I should do a let's get drunk and watch Babylon night and just record.
Yes.
Sinners is outstanding. Everybody's good. It's gorgeous. I don't know what else to say about it. It's easily my favorite one of the year. And, I don't think it's going to win any Oscars at the end of the year just because of timing. But it will be, if it doesn't win, something else better be way better.
Correct.
Because that'll be really frustrating if that's the case.
Yes, it was flat out incredible.
Speaking of movie theaters, I just want to talk about one thing real quick, because I want this on record. I might be done going to the movie theaters.
Oh, boy.
I just might be done. I'm sorry. I'm not a cheap person. I don't think so. I have no money in savings and I live with my parents. So, obviously, I'm willing to spend money. But when I go to Superman, or want to go to Superman on a Monday night, and it's $18 fucking $.
That's insane.
Go fuck yourself.
That's insane.
I'm out. I am like, I couldn't find, like, there's a couple places that have it where it's under $10 on a Tuesday. But even then, you have to be on their club or whatever. And again, that's ultimately fine. But we're restricting how people see movies in theaters. And then you see articles that say, why are people going to theaters?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Like, I took Matt to Mission Impossible in the theater, and that was an enjoyable experience, but that still cost me $50 with food. And I don't mind doing that. I'm a theater guy. I spend, $100 to go to theater with friends and stuff. That's fun.
Yeah.
But that's like a couple times a year.
Yeah, like the next Nolan will be there.
Yes.
Clearly.
Yeah, and I'm going to see Avatar in theaters. I mean, there's going to be movies coming up down the pike that I want to see. Probably the Paul Thomas Anderson one. But even then, $18 on a Monday night is absurd. The average ticket price I looked less than 10 years ago was under $10, and now it's like $14.
Yeah.
That is absurdly expensive.
Correct.
If you're asking me. And Fantastic Four, I'm seeing great early reviews, so I'll probably see that. But I'm going to have to see it on a Saturday matinee.
Yes.
And it's still going to cost $12 a ticket.
Yeah, I got to bring my wife and the kids.
Yeah.
So I always think if it's a movie for like a collective experience, it's 4 times as expensive.
Yes.
Or I can wait. Like the new How to Train Your Dragon came out.
It's out. It's $25.
Exactly. I can wait a month.
Yeah, it was a couple months, and even then, I already own it because I own the cartoon. So I already own the good version of it.
True.
And like with Sinners, same thing. It was $9 now or something like that.
Yes.
I'm like, what? Yeah. What? So I don't know. They got to figure their shit out. The studio's got to figure it out. And if they start forcing it 6 months down the line, then I might start saying, I kind of want to see this movie now, and I want to see it in the experience. But boy, they got to figure it out, man.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
I was frustrated. Anyway. All right. Well, as mentioned, we will be watching and discussing Batman Begins. The movie is a reboot of sorts, but serves as a new vision of the comic hero as told through the lens of Christopher Nolan. I guess I'll recap. It's Batman, but it's Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. Batman, returns home to Gotham City after years of people assuming he was dead, makes sense if you see the movie, and establishes himself as his billionaire playboy philanthropist persona by day, and by night he creates his hero alter ego to stop corruption in Gotham. Unfortunately, even his money and talents cannot help him escape both his past from home and away, and Bruce must save Gotham for the first time from an old nemesis in Ra's al Ghul and the League of Shadows. The film is directed by Christopher Nolan, adapted from the comics by Nolan and David S. Goyer. I have to throw the S in there.
Correct.
And stars Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Liam Neeson, Katie Holmes, Morgan Freeman, Gary Oldman, Tom Wilkinson, Cillian Murphy, Ken Watanabe, and Rutger Hauer.
If you guys were the inventors of Facebook, you'd have invented Facebook.
This is a social network
You don't have to be an intellectual property expert to understand the difference between right and wrong.
where we take a look back at the critical and fan reception from 2 decades ago.
Mark!
As usual, Tim takes point on this, so take it away, Tim.
You better lawyer up, asshole, because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything. $1 billion.
All right, really quick, I'm just gonna say, I have the easy job of looking at other reviews.
Yeah.
Kudos, man. That was a great description.
Oh, thank you.
Of a well-established movie.
I was like,
through a different lens.
I had a hard time with Sin City as well. Which was, I was
your
like,
recaps are
I was actually pretty happy with that
Nice
one.
work.
Thank you.
The IMDb rating is 8.2 out of 10, so very solid rating.
Nice.
Desson Thompson of the Washington Post said,
that's
here's how any great franchise should start, with care, precision, and delicately built atmosphere. David Anson of Newsweek magazine said the psychological realism and the science fiction villainy don't always mesh seamlessly, but unlike so many unlike so many superheroic summer spectacles, this one actually has a soul behind the special effects. And Roger Ebert, buckle up, 4 out of 4, said this at last is the Batman movie I've been waiting for. Unlike the earlier films, which delighted in extravagant special effects action, Batman Begins is shrouded in shadow. Instead of high detail, sharp-edged special effects, we get obscure developments in fog and smoke, reinforced by superb sound effects design. And Bruce Wayne himself is a slow learner, clumsy at times, taking foolish chances, inventing Batman as he goes along. Christian Bale is just right for this emerging version of Batman, who suggests an inward quality that suits the character. The movie has been directed by Christopher Nolan, still only 35, so now 55, whose Memento took Sundance by storm and was followed by the police procedural Insomnia. What Warner Brothers saw in those pictures that inspired them to think of Nolan is hard to say, but the studio guessed correctly, and after an 8-year hiatus, the Batman franchise has finally found its way. Oh, Roger.
Look at you, Raj.
I know. And Academy Awards that you're actually kind of forgot is up for one nomination for editing for Wally. Is it Pfister? Fister?
I say Fister.
I always say Pfister,
was it editing
but it's like
or cinematography?
Editing.
I thought he was a cinematographer.
Well, maybe I don't think it'd be cinematography.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'm sure you did like you say, you did the research on that side.
Unless IMDb is wrong.
No, sure it is. I just had it in my head that the good old Fister was a cinematographer.
Actually, I mentioned he did his own movies later.
Well, yeah, you never know. So, being editors, Robert Rodriguez edits his films.
Okay, I don't know why I did that. Best achievement in cinematography.
Hey, there we go. We are only about accuracy.
Nice, exactly. Cinematography.
Cool. Well, thank you. All right. Well, there you go. We are going to pause and rewatch the movie. If you are so inclined, go ahead and watch with us. If not, we'll see you on the other side of this break. Here now is Batman Begins.
You're taller than you look in the tabloids, Mr. Wayne. No gun. I'm insulted. You could have just sent a thank you note.
I didn't come here to thank you. I came here to show you that not everyone in Gotham's afraid of you.
Only those who know me, kid. Look around you. You'll see 2 councilmen, a union official, couple off-duty cops, and a judge. Now, I wouldn't have a second's hesitation in blowing your head off right here and right now in front of them. Now, that's power you can't buy. That's the power of fear.
I'm not afraid of you.
Because you think you got nothing to lose. But you haven't thought it through. You haven't thought about your lady friend down in the DA's office. You haven't thought about your old butler. Bang! People from your world have so much to lose. Now you think, because your mommy and your daddy got shot, you know about the ugly side of life, but you don't. You've never tasted desperate. You're Bruce Wayne, the Prince of Gotham. You'd have to go 1,000 miles to meet someone who didn't know your name. So don't come down here with your anger, trying to prove something to yourself. This is a world you never understand, and you always fear. What you don't understand.
We begin our discussion with our reaction segment that we call Spotlight.
This is Boston, and the church does not want them to be found. So, They are not there.
This is where we highlight and discuss our top takeaways of any kind from rewatching our subject film.
We've got two stories here. We've got a story about degenerate clergy, and we've got a story about a bunch of lawyers turning child abuse into a cottage industry.
If there were 90 of these bastards, people would know.
Maybe they do.
This is Spotlight.
They knew, and they let it happen.
Real good.
Can't hear it if the headphones aren't on. Burp, burp, burp.
The phones on.
All right. Well, welcome back to 20 Years, 4 Beers, where we have just finished rewatching. Oh, sorry. I'm getting my notes as we go here. We've finished rewatching Batman Begins and enjoyed 4 new beers, maybe. Are we at 4?
Yeah.
All right. Look at that. But first, we talk about our immediate reactions in the Spotlight segment. Tim, what do you got?
So, I do feel like it's important for my own detail to express upfront. Batman is my favorite superhero character. So, I am admittedly biased, massively biased to the property.
All right. So, I mean, you weren't a comic book reader. You're talking about from a film standpoint.
Like from a film standpoint, the idea of him.
I'm like, oh, my favorite comic book is this.
And I've read a few of them actually later after the graphic novels, like the last Halloween or the year one. Like it's been anyway.
Anyway,
got back into never grew up with reading comics.
No.
So that being said, bit of a preface for when this movie came out.
Right.
I cannot explain how excited I was.
Right.
For what I was seeing with overwhelmingly positive reviews. And the last one was fucking Batman and Robin. Just abysmally bad. Offensively, laughably bad for the franchise.
Yeah. I will defend Batman forever, but Batman and Robin I can't defend.
The first two, great.
Well, 3, but yeah.
And then yes, forever. I liked what they were going for. I could appreciate that.
I don't mind Batman Forever. I really don't. I'm not saying it's great, but I think time, similar to Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of Crystal Skull, if you go back and rewatch it, you're like, this is not as bad as it got the rap for.
I think
it's not great, but it's not bad. It's not as bad.
But I think it got tied into a dovetail weird thing with Batman and Robin. It's so bad. And then you add in, as we've talked about, other movies who've Memento and Insomnia, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Was it Ebert talking about Ebert, that?
This
how
guy?
They got this guy. Yeah,
really. And so all that build up, and then you saw in the theater. You saw it in South Dakota.
I did. Rapid City, South Dakota. Right. Same place I saw Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and what other place that summer?
I love that so much.
Yeah,
I have no idea where I saw it, but I remember seeing it being like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This lived up to the hype and then some. So the movie was amazing. And so I am so happy we're covering it.
Yeah.
As if I haven't seen it in 20 years. Trust me.
Yeah, you quoted it the entire way.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Matt, here's the thing. A quote. So
I guess we didn't even mention we did watch this with Matt. Yeah.
So biased beyond belief. So forgive me if you have quibbles. I'm not here for that.
It's not even about quibbles for me. No, I don't think I have quibbles with this movie. I'm not going to come in at the end in the verdict to say it's perfect by any means, because some of the performances are okay but I remember seeing this in the theater, and I was working, oddly enough, as we talk about beer and movies and other sinful things. I was working at Rapid City for Youth Works and mission work, but I would go. We had Saturdays off, so I went to movies on Saturdays, you know what I mean? And I have to look back at what came out that year, but I saw a few movies there in the summer.
Yep.
I was always excited for this movie. It was really it wasn't about, and I think looking back on it, it's interesting because it wasn't really about Nolan. We had seen Memento and Insomnia, but this was it wasn't like now Nolan releases a movie, and check my pants, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I will mark off the calendar. We're going.
Right, we're going. But at the time, it was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Nolan, it's interesting. And they had, I think there had been some other sort of big name directors or young directors sort of taking over movies that we've talked about in the past. But, you know, I wasn't about Nolan at the time.
Yeah.
Looking at this now, what's interesting to me is I remember like, oh my God, I love this in the theaters. Like it was a totally unique experience. But it wasn't like coming out of it and saying, oh, this is a Christopher Nolan movie.
Sure.
Like this is a very different take on a Hollywood like production company movie.
Yes.
Like I mean it's not something that's I don't even know. It's unique because nothing came like it before, but the film itself was not like, oh my God, this is a what are we watching here? We talked about those Sinners, or we talked about those like it wasn't that kind of experience. It was just like oh, this is what it could be, because we like Spider-Man and we like Spider-Man 2 for sure. We did not like X-Men, as we discussed years ago. X2 was good.
Yeah.
But you kind of feel like those felt like comic book movies. This felt like a movie.
Correct. Yes.
And you're like, this is a good movie based on a comic book.
Yes.
Or a graphic novel, if you will. Because we've talked about Road to Perdition in the past.
Yeah.
But different. Yeah. Graphic novels and comic books are very different.
True.
Because comic books are weekly. They're kind of serial versions, whereas graphic novels are like sort of encapsulated in their own little
realism,
novel.
Yes.
Yeah, I just remember thinking like, "Oh man, this feels good."
And they're gonna have a realistic take on like the Batman technology.
Yeah,
that was like wait,
yeah,
hold up.
And we didn't know it at the time because Nolan going from following into Memento into Insomnia.
Yeah,
there's nothing like CGI-ish about those,
action.
Right? Those are real life sets. Those are real life.
Yes.
So it wasn't until here where Nolan brings in like, this is the first Batcave that never had CGI.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like wherever what we know now about Nolan, where he will do real as much as he possibly
Practical
can,
as much as possible.
We didn't know that at the time.
No.
And so you think like you watch this and you go, oh, that's why this feels different. Like now, 20 years on, we think like that's what, at the time, I don't think we had that tangible understanding of what feels different about this.
Yes.
But I think at the time it was, oh, this is a real filmmaking thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't know that about Nolan. And now it's the expectation. Back then it was like, I don't know.
It felt new.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is weird to think like, let's take a legacy character, like,
well known.
Yeah. Well established for 70 years or whatever. But then be like, what would it take for a person like this to build the world of technology and the apparatus? And yes, I agree that the movies about, like we've covered on a different podcast, like they're comic book and they don't explain like any of the details. Like how does an X-Wing fly, or like how do they manage this stuff? Like whatever, it's fine. And actually there's appreciation for it.
Well, I want to.
This felt different.
I want to mention one thing on that is to say, like, as I'm fiddling with my computer at the time, that was one of my main points, which was to say, for me, it felt like it's an origin story.
Yeah.
Right. But what felt, I guess, just coming off what you just said, we know the backstory.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yes.
And what makes, and I assume with Superman modern times now, or Spider-Man a little bit at the time, but like, we know this backstory. Don't waste my time with another. That's why the Tom Holland Spider-Mans worked. Like,
yes.
Don't waste my time with an origin story.
Yep.
You are Spider-Man.
Yep.
This guy, we get an origin story, but within 5 minutes, he is a adult, I assume mid-20s in this case, and he's found by Ra's al Ghul or Liam Neeson at the time.
Yeah.
We're just in the story.
Yeah.
Like, they cover the backstory at one point.
Yes.
That's a part of this whole narrative. But I love that they bring us in and say, you know what we're doing here.
Yep.
You know the characters. You know the backstory. But in this one, it just says, like, we're going to get right into it, and then we'll touch on it. But we're not going to, You know this guy's Batman. Like, I mean, we're not doing it. 5 minutes in, you were just on the way. And it accepts the fact that we live in this world that says Batman exists.
Yep.
I love it.
Is the juxtaposition between the flashback sequences that are the origin story.
Yes.
To kind of respect for maybe you somehow were unaware of Bruce Wayne's
right, exactly.
details.
Like I even said it in our
overlook it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they do a little bit in the first Batman, like from 1990, like a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's not like fleshed out that much. It's almost like you have to kind of know it. But I agree. Let's have the forward momentum of the current story with the training and the development and how he's kind of this criminal of sorts.
Right.
But what is the baggage that is weighing him down?
Yeah.
That needs to be addressed. So let's flesh it out. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And yes, I agree. It felt absolutely, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
But yet I haven't. Where it bounced, like, it was a new feeling of an origin story where it wasn't just like, let's spend 30 minutes of building the character from a flashback.
Yeah.
And now, like
Spider-Man. We enjoy Spider-Man, but that one from 01 or whatever, it is a you see Peter Parker before his powers versus after. Like you walk him through. And I get it, and we enjoy that movie.
Yes.
But here it's just like, all right.
Yeah. Like, you know this, but we're going to bounce back and forth.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Which is, I think,
and make it work.
Which, again, is a very messing with time narrative is definitely a Nolan trope to come.
Sure.
But it didn't feel that, you know,
right,
like tried and true at the time. It was a new, like, oh, we're going to have this backstory back and forth, which I love. I think, actually, what stands out for me is this feels like, I mean, again, we talked about, like, you know, Spider-Man with Uncle Ben, great power, responsibility. What I love about the old, like the first Superman, 70s Superman.
Yeah. Early
and like the like icon of this character. What I really love about this is they never did it in any of the Batman movies that I can remember prior to this, was the idea that, you know, superheroes stand for something bigger than just one person.
Right.
And I love they really lean into that, like with Ducard first talking with Bruce when he's in the prison. But like, they can kill you, man, and nothing matters.
Right.
But you have to focus on building something bigger than yourself. And that, I think, is a great concept to Batman. But also, what I love is, again, spoiler, that idea is given to him by what is eventually the main villain. That I don't think I can think of a time like that like came up before.
Yeah. Sorry.
Where like just like the superhero nature is not just, and Batman's different in at least the DC world where he doesn't have any superpower. Like he's not a super powered individual.
No.
He makes himself.
His abilities are not superpowered, but he has the ability to do superpower things.
And the financial wealth, so we'll get that.
But that's what, I mean, like, he has the ability to do superpowered things, but it doesn't come from internally. It comes from an external factor.
Yes, he
like
builds
he finds these things.
Abilities. Yes. And I love the idea that, like, it's the first time I can remember watching something where it was like, this, you know, idea of the hero can be a symbol, can be something bigger that isn't just, oh, we're going to deal with like putting on a Spider-Man thing or the X-Men abilities kind of thing.
Yeah, I have 2 points coming off of that a little bit because you talked initially about Ra's al Ghul and how he learns he learns this like idea, but then I think did he? Sorry, all right.
Wow,
in the
TV
background
has changed.
Sorry.
Thank you, Paramount. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Good microphones. Catch that. I agree.
Yeah.
And a lot of that comes from, but it's not entirely like he leaves Gotham seeking what his father was teaching him.
Yeah.
Like he leaves. So Ra's al Ghul doesn't teach him this stuff. He reinforces what his father already was teaching him.
Yeah.
So like I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
but it's not that he learns it from Ra's al Ghul. It's just reinforced because Thomas Wayne was telling him all this stuff. Like, we are doing this. We are protecting these people through what
Our
Thomas
actions.
knew. Well, he didn't see it as of a superhero standpoint. He was like, I have this money. I can do this good.
We're very fortunate.
Right.
Yes.
And so, so he goes and experiences Ra's al Ghul, who he's thinking like, oh, same kind of thing. But now it comes at it from a physical standpoint, not a financial standpoint. And so I get where you're coming from, but I also think like it's more of a reinforcement of, no, that I want, this guy's crazy. Ish.
Yeah.
I'm taking what I learned from, or I'm knowing from this guy, but this is now reinforcing what my father was telling me. And actually, that's where it really emboldens him to come home and say, I'm protecting Gotham from this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So, but I think to your point, that's why this works and why it is so special is he does learn from the villain. He does learn from that.
Yeah.
I lost Spider-Man 2 a little bit. Or the Spider-Man films. Like the bad guys in those films are not bad guys.
Yeah.
Right. They're my God, I'm suddenly blanking on the Green Goblin. Osborn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Osborn is a person he knows, and he's like, it's this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and
Norman.
I can see it. Right. Thank you. And then Doc Ock. These are people who I can wrap my. So in that same vein, I get it. But I love what works so well with this is he takes what he learns from Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
But he takes it and says, no, I don't want that.
No.
But I want I want some of what you're telling me, but I'm going to reinforce what my father told me all along. And this is what second point coming off of that is Alfred the most important character like in the DCU, let alone in the Batman universe, isn't it? Like, so.
Yes.
So coming into this and saying, I've learned this thing of what my father was teaching me is now this person, Ra's al Ghul's crazy version of this. Yeah. And now I come home and I've got these two sort of competing things, and Alfred just like narrows it down.
Yes. Right?
He has this ability through humor and through love. Michael Caine and Alfred in this is so key.
He's so
to me. Like, not from a father figure standpoint. Yeah. He's got a father. He's got that memory. Yep. But the reinforcement of your father taught you this. You're coming home with this. But now we're going to make it into this, right? Yep. Like, we're going to like meld this into the future. Right. Boy, Alfred, I don't think it's any kind of love in the sort of understanding of the DCU or whatever.
He's massively underappreciated.
Yeah, and he's easily, of all three films, Michael Caine and Alfred is easily the best in this version.
Yes.
He's good in the second one, and he's good in all three because Michael Caine's awesome. But boy, is he really key in this.
I wrote, yes, so I love the point of, actually, I didn't think about that, where, it is the foundation built by Thomas Wayne, and then the bastardized version of it with Ra's al Ghul, where like there's that,
yeah, they're similar, but right, like one has the altruistic standpoint to it versus a I don't know, with the like scorched earth version of it, right? Like we're gonna start from scratch here.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, build everything, burn it to the ground. Like, I think about that with the training sequences, and then like the kind of like the final version where it's like, oh yeah, now you can be the leader, and you have to kill this dude.
Yeah.
And Bruce is like, I'm not an executioner. That's not what I like. So there's a point where, yes, like what I've learned growing up is
he was jacked, right? He was jacked to the tees.
I'm all for this.
He was ready to go. I am on the League of Shadows. Here we go. We're all on the same page. And he's like, wait, hold up. What now?
That dude? I'm not killing
I'm not killing somebody for this. Like, that's absurd.
Which is such a great, like, the mentor that you thought was, the one you were seeking.
Yeah.
And it turns to be like, ooh, that's not what I want.
Yeah.
And then, yes, returns home. And then Alfred, which I love, like, always loved the character of Alfred. But the idea that, like, this person that you grew up with for so long, who was a pseudo father figure who took care of you is bring you back into the fold. And then, yes, we're going to harness this ability to like, you know, oversee the operations and the building of this bat suit in the bat cave. But handled with such like paternalistic love, which is, and Michael Caine, he's so so good.
Alfred is, through every iteration, probably the best character. Even in the early Batman films, it was the same guy. I didn't look at the research. It was the same guy across those three, but he was a butler version of
like subservient,
Alfred, right? And it was fine. It was good. He had that sort of parental figure. Let's leave Michael Caine alone here for a second, but then you go move on, and Jeremy Irons is actually really good as but he's more of the sarcastic uncle version of
True.
Like he's just kind of like he's there. He doesn't have that sort of emotional pull.
Yeah.
And then I actually really like Andy Serkis as
he is good as
Alfred too. But again, same thing. It's he's protective. Michael Caine is the father figure, best friendy sort of like, I don't know what it is with Alfred. He is perfect in this because it's not that he's manipulating or anything like that. He literally is just, through my support of this person, I'm going to guide them where they should go.
Yes.
It's perfect. Michael Caine is outstanding.
And so
he's easily the best Alfred is my point.
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt.
There's not a bad Alfred. I mean, of what we just talked about, there's not a bad Alfred.
For the worlds they've created.
They're great, but he is the best.
Yes. And I love this sequence, or like this 3 movies to come. But, Alfred is that like personal agent in his world. And then we talk about like watching this. Because you're going to have a realistic technology aspect to it, you have to have someone like Lucius Fox.
Lucius.
So the two of them together.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman as like inside the company. So you got the legacy family, aspect with Alfred.
Yeah.
And you combine that with the amazing Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
As Lucius Fox within the company apparatus that can like combine their efforts, but not until one point in the movie, like kind of combine their efforts. That's, I think, what elevated the material for me watching it.
Sure.
But like, we're going to have it feel like not just realistic, but like Bruce Wayne's going to have his compatriots that will help him in this effort. Lucius Fox and Alfred are fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. That's cast great actors in that role.
Yeah.
But they're just fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think like we joked about it at some point. I just need to record us talking through the movies. But we joked about it of like what an interesting backstory that would be. They obviously have known each other for years.
Yes.
Because it was in 14-ish years, right?
Up until 14 from the death until Bruce left.
Until he left.
And it was 7 years until he came
so we're
back.
talking about 20-some years,
20 years.
And then they obviously would have known each other before. So through just whatever, boy, it would be interesting to see.
We were like, dude, now that's a story. So Lucius and Alfred.
Lucius and Alfred. But it is interesting. There's dual sort of father figure-ish people there. You know what I mean? Like, and that's obviously what he goes to. And we put these sort of like lenses on as they write it, but there has to be this understanding of if Lucius were like an internish kind of if he was interested in I can't remember the name of the division he goes to, right? Like if R&D and he goes out R&D and it's just some sort of like young,
what is this?
Who are you? Oh, you're like what's his face from Pitch Perfect and Modern Family and all those other like
Adam Levine or whatever.
Adam Levine.
No, that's the least movie.
Adam 5. Is. I think Adam is his first name. Is it Adam? I don't know what it is, but you know what I'm talking about. You can picture him, right?
Yes.
If he was some like sort of like slapsticky like sidekick guy down in R&D, it'd be like, okay,
yeah,
like this
really
is just dumb.
Yes, like just sarcastic.
So it works well with
Adam Devine.
Devine, there you go. You were, I mean, come on.
Pretty
That's
close.
basically one letter off.
Yeah,
Levine
exactly.
and Devine
Yeah,
are basically right. Exactly.
Exactly. Yes.
But I will say, anyway, separate from that,
Yeah, different kind of vibe. You're
off
going
the
for
top.
that.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. To me, like what Nolan brings to this is a sense of realism.
Yeah.
Because there is not a single point where I ever would think, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
really?
I guess, yes, he's burning and coming off of a 5-story building or whatever, but he's got protection on.
Yeah.
At no point is he, like in Sin City, Clive Owen randomly jumping off of a 6-story building and landing no problem in the grass. Like,
oh, good.
There's not that sort of, at no point does it disjoint of what we're living in, right? And on that point, I like that it's really the only Batman movie that embraces the actual bats and why he chose them. Like, I've seen all the Batman movies, and I don't recall much story of why they choose the bat.
Nope.
It's just like, it feels just random.
Yes.
I know it's mentioned, I think in the second one, Batman Forever or whatever it is.
Returns.
Returns, thank you. But it's kind of like, it's not really here.
No.
I love that they find a way, and it makes sense.
Yes.
Like, Nolan just comes into this and says, we're going to find a way to make it make sense that he chose a bat.
Yes.
Because not a single human being in a metro area suburb has ever seen a fucking bat.
Exactly.
Real life in the first place.
Yes.
So why are we doing this?
Yes.
So Gotham City being Gotham City, like it's believable that they'd have a bat.
Yeah.
Just like, so it's just they make sense. So everything is built in realism here.
And that aspect of the origin is, I think, what makes this movie stand out to me. Is it's not just like the origin story of Bruce Wayne loses his parents, and that grief, and other stuff thereafter. It's like I agree, they haven't ever addressed in the film sequences, why does he take this imagery to be the icon?
Yes.
But it's like, this is my fear because of what happened to me growing up, and I'm gonna use my fear as a weapon to others.
Yeah.
And so it's like a visceral, universal aspect.
The writing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like Goyer and Nolan, kudos, man. Like, it's fantastic. Where you think about, we're going to have this be, and that's the practical aspects of how does a regular person, well, very wealthy person, build the apparatus to become this. But what is that true origin of this? And when he's exploring it and goes in like spelunking, as he says.
Spelunking.
Yes. And he's like, I need the bat to be like, this strikes the fear into the hearts of my enemies. It's fantastic.
Yeah, you got to think that Goyer's got to be the comic background here.
Yeah.
I kind of refuse to accept that Nolan was a Batman reader growing up.
No way.
In Britain.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I don't really get that sense.
No way.
So Goyer's got to be the guy who says, here's what's in the comics, and then Nolan's like, cool, we're going to make this in real life now.
Yes.
Like, we're going to bring this and really ground it.
How can you make this work?
Right. How can you make it work in the fear? And I think that works so well.
And what stands out to me is like the building of, Bruce trying to figure out and failing in some ways how to become this larger character. So it's like the stripped down kind of like just black suit with like the utility belt apparatus thing. He somewhat befriends Gordon, even though Gordon doesn't know who he is. Like, so the great buildup of this thing. And then they're like offside showing Alfred and Bruce building the logistics of like the Bat Cave and the Bat suit. To then about halfway through, I want to say, the dock sequence. So they've built up.
Sure, yeah. I saw you typing around that time. I was like, what do you got here, Tim?
Like, I just thought, so you've seen failed attempts or kind of that building aspect prior to the dock sequence. But you've never seen prior to that, like, the audience shown Batman in the full aspect.
Yeah.
And so it's like I think it sneaks up on you, which is a credit to the writing and the execution, where you feel like this is just another kind of like we're at level 2.0 or whatever it is. And it's like you might be like he's still in training mode or whatever. It's like, oh no. Then you can start to see what happens when Batman really brings the shit.
Yeah.
Where I love, like, it just feels different. It hits different. Where the bad guys are like running around and then feeling like, oh gosh, like, you know, how are we going to manage this?
Yeah.
And then, you know, when the guy's like, where are you? Here.
Right here. Yeah,
oh my God.
Exactly. Yeah,
like, this seems like we are reaching the next level of Bruce Wayne becoming the full-on kind of Batman that we see. And so what I also love about it is like you can see the bad guys start to feel the fear.
Yeah.
You know, you know, you never felt before.
Yeah, you get
his
the
efforts.
Detective or Gordon's partner or
like,
whatever.
swear to me. Like, it was all like building to this. So
like can't remember his name.
Flash
or Fash?
I think it's Flash or Fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it wanted to be Flash.
Yeah,
but it's like,
we're going Flash.
We're going fascist.
Thank you. So yeah, I just feel like that sequence is a standout where you got the big, you know, kind of crime boss of the area, Falcone. They're overseeing things. And then he pulls him and is like, I'm Batman. And that to me, I think just elevates the material.
Yeah.
Where it felt like we're building the world and now we're going to have it actually come together, but not transparent like it's happening. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a great build.
It's happening.
It's a great build, and I think underscored in this is Carmine Falcone's importance.
Yes,
here.
the origin. He
like
develops
he's
origin.
there. Like you go from Falcone, and then you move that to sort of Scarecrow, and you move that to Ra's al Ghul. In terms of like this, Falcone kind of feels like this small timey guy. I mean, if you know the comics and you know he's definitely not a small time guy,
definitely not.
But it is like, yeah, I feel like you get a little short shrift here in this in the movie.
Yeah.
Whereas Falcone's like the first half of this movie.
Yeah.
From a bad guy standpoint.
Again, the grounded realism of like crime boss.
A crime boss.
And Tom
which is
Wilkinson.
why the Penguin works so great.
Yes.
Which we're not going to talk about here, but why like it's that grounded
Please
sort of
watch
understanding.
The Penguin.
Yeah. Yep.
But yes, but kudos to Tom Wilkinson too.
Dude,
he's so good.
I know these stupid Brits and their stupid great accents.
The
you got
vast majority of
you got Cillian Murphy.
actors are like
Christian Bale, Tom Wilkinson, Gary Oldman.
Yes.
They're all friggin' Brits.
Brits come in like, especially like Morgan Freeman and Katie Holmes, the only English like or American people.
They're holding this down.
Everybody's kicking ass. So yeah, I agree. Like the buildup of it is so fantastic. Where then once he comes out, like I'm Batman, like oh shit. This is
you
real.
are Batman.
Yes.
Like you've earned this. We're an hour into this, and you've earned it
It's
to
so
the point where Matt was like,
"Yeah, when is
he going to come out as Batman?" Like it is.
I was like, just fucking.
Oh my
wait.
God, your impatience is so terrible.
I want that Batman.
Shifting off of that, I get really tired of the narrative about Bruce changing his voice. I get really tired
Let's
of
talk
it.
about the voice.
I get really
yes.
Sorry about the squeaking in the background. I don't want to say offended by it, but what is like you're bro.
Sorry.
You're gonna tell me like I guess Elon Musk, right? This is equivalent to Elon Musk with a soul who isn't a heartless asshole.
True.
Or the Jeff Bezoses of the world,
like a young Bill Gates.
Yeah, Bill Gates. And Bill Gates does, good things with the money.
Yes.
But yeah, you're gonna tell me that you wouldn't be able to maybe they're not iconic voices, but I'm pretty sure I could tell if Bill Gates, the nerd, were in some sort of rubber suit trying to save me. Like,
hold up.
Yeah. Like it's just.
Can you tell me where the docks are?
Right.
Wait, hold up. What?
I don't know why they hate that so much.
Exactly. It's so
I don't
stupid.
get it. Like he's a little gravelly, he's a little whatever. What I love about the modern Superman is that he changes his voice.
Sure.
Like I haven't seen the movie, but in the trailers, that's a big deal. He shifts his voice enough to where he sounds different as Superman versus as Clark.
Sure.
I don't know why people hated the voice so much.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's protecting himself. He's protecting everybody around him.
Yeah, the entire premise is I'm masking who I am as a character.
What am I supposed to do? Just talk
to
as
be beyond
Bruce
me?
Wayne?
And yeah, exactly. He shows up like, hey,
man, look at me. I sound
I'm
like Bruce Wayne. Look at me. Like, no, I know you're Bruce Wayne. I can hear your voice. You sound the exact same.
Yes.
Like, mask it a little bit.
Yes.
And here they go, and maybe it's because it goes too far.
Maybe.
They don't mask it a little. He literally wants to go that way to the point where the Lego movie makes fun of him later with the Batman.
Sure.
But what else is he supposed to do, man?
Yes.
Motherfucker's got two people he cares about in the world.
Yes.
He's got Alfred and Rachel. There endeth the list.
Yeah.
Is he supposed to go, fine. That's fine.
They'll block it.
I was talking my normal voice. I don't understand the vitriol people have about the voice.
It's so stupid. It works for, like, watching again, the voice, I don't know, like...
It's gravelly and a little weird, but it makes goddamn sense.
But if you're on the receiving end of that, like, you're the detective guy or bad guys, and you're, like... being pummeled by some costume vigilante, which you have no concept for. Like, we know the world, like, again, taking away the fact of, like, this is a character, like, these bad guys.
What's he supposed to sound like?
Yeah.
Hey, guys, could you maybe help me out here?
I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck?
Kermit, you're out here.
But the best part is that he uses a voice. So when Rachel is, in his view, like, dying.
Yeah.
Brings her back.
Yeah.
And then he saves her. He doesn't use the voice.
No, yeah. Yeah.
He's not like using it for like, I'm scary Batman, like with her. Like, so there's like nuances to the Batman voice where it's like, depending on how you need to use it, it works. So I agree. I have no patience for the vitriol around the voice choice.
No, and what you just mentioned was, I guess, not to piggyback off of that and go to my next point, which is essentially what I don't like, what I do like is they went out of their way to make it like this Bruce Wayne has the most layers of any Bruce Wayne.
Totally.
Like, this guy is fucked up, man.
Yes.
Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, he's got
a lot of
yes, he's got the billionaire guy who can come in, and then he suddenly shifts when Rachel shows up, and now he's this sort of like nerdy, I don't want to say sympathetic. I want to say empathetic, but like this sort of like self-conscious person shows up, right?
Yeah.
And then later on, he just turns on the drunken billionaire who's like, "Get out of my house" or whatever. Like, he is shifting to these layers.
Yes.
That is not. It's not just kudos to Bale for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kudos. Like, there's no knowing what we know now about Christian Bale. Yeah. There is no level of I don't think he could do it. But
he's a chameleon.
But really, kudos to the idea of them saying this guy's got layers. Now we have to see how do we present that to our audience.
Totally.
My God, there are just all kinds of layers, and then to even call that out at the end of the fucking movie where she says your real mask or whatever is like, they just go, they know, like, it's just, boy.
Yeah. It's the level of, psychology to this.
Yeah.
Is
fantastic. Yeah. I'm going to tie in that, but keep going.
Yeah. In terms of this person has to have so many different faces for how he navigates the world with like the tight-knit group, the larger reputation of who he is as a Wayne, and then Batman, and all these aspects. And again, Bale being able to bounce between.
But then this is why Rachel's so key is like, that's another layer. It's not just that he has to be the billionaire guy and the philanthropist and like the kid of dead parents or whatever.
Yep.
Now it's I've been in love with this person since I was young.
Yeah.
Person. And that is a fundamentally different person. Yeah. And so it's just another example of who this, like, it's, oh man.
So I had no way to pivot.
No, whatever.
But,
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
I actually really appreciate, like, in the comics, you know, Batman was always portrayed as like the greatest, you know, crime solver. Like, you know, he was always like solving mysteries.
Sure. Yeah.
That they do a great job of like kind of hinting at and then definitely hitting hard near the end of, you know, it's a crime mystery with like, oh, the water mains go all over the city.
Yeah.
And it comes back to Wayne Manor. Like we're like placing
the
nuggets.
Foreshadowing of
like
but
little
not,
details.
Not being purposeful foreshadowing. Yes. I wrote one down too. The casual mentioning of the Tumbler was a bridge.
Yes.
It was designed to jump
build bridges,
rivers and build bridges.
Yes.
You're like
rampless jump.
But it doesn't make a big deal out of it. It's just that's this thing.
Yep.
And then later on, when he's got to get into the Narrows,
no
off he goes.
Yes.
Yep, there's no bridges.
It's like they do a great job with that. And then, the microwave emitter type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like the water, you know, like, they're dumping the toxins. But, you know, I never really caught, like, earlier in the movie when Ducard puts the Ra's al Ghul puts the blue flower.
Well, here's the question, right? As Ra's al Ghul, whoever is in charge versus, but anyway, Ducard. Yeah.
So he puts the blue flower in a pocket on Bruce's jacket.
Yeah.
And folds it down and says, like, what do you fear? But we have not been introduced to that flower is the fear-inducing agent.
I mean, at the very beginning,
Yes.
A little bit later we do.
So, like, these things, like this flower that they've told him to get is the impetus behind the fear-inducing agent that's only ingested by, like, you know, smoke or an inhalant. It can't be, like, consumed by water. So, like, all these things they place together. So then when it comes together, then you're like, oh, man. It's a fantastic device where then, Lucius figures out, unless they just stole a microwave emitter that can, like, it didn't. I really love the fact. It's not like,
because
it's not like, warning,
Lucius
here's the story.
Yes. He didn't know the other thing, and then they have a natural conversation, and then they figure it out. We'll talk about it later this year, probably with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but those are my favorite things of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is when it's like, this scene, I don't know the last time you watched it, but he says, like, he pauses it and the narrator says, like, why is this building in the background? Yeah, that'll come back later. Like, terrible foreshadowing or whatever. Yeah. That's what's so great about this is at no point does the foreshadowing feel like, you ruined it here.
Wink, wink.
Right. The water main attaches to the main light rail system or oh God, it's all here we go. Yes. No, it's just they make it they do a good job of
which I love that it is like just a like piece by piece, somewhat mystery for the audience to figure out.
Yeah.
And like what's the big bad guy? Who's this?
Right.
Love it.
You know what? I have what do I have left here in my non-highlighted notes? Maybe two things. I have a bit of a hot take.
Ooh.
Maybe. A hot shot. I might even throw the music in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about music.
Yeah. My only thing is like my couple quibbles.
Sure.
Couple quibbles. Katie Holmes, I'm glad they replaced her in the second movie.
Absolutely.
Like I felt bad for her at the time. She's not bad. She's not bad.
No.
But short of, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a couple scenes that I'm like, I'm glad Katie Holmes is in this movie. But she just brings nothing to it from a dramatic standpoint, which is why Maggie Gyllenhaal is so great in the second movie.
She's so great.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything here. But the one quibble I will say is you have all these insane people leaving and escaping Arkham.
Yeah.
You couldn't throw me one behind like shot of somebody who's clearly the Joker leaving. Yeah. Like, yeah, you gave me the card at the end, but it would have been interesting. The idea of all of this has a long-term effect that says you obviously knew you were going to bring the Joker in. You obviously knew it was coming. Mm-hmm. You couldn't throw me. I didn't need Heath Ledger there, obviously, because you didn't know he'd be cast.
True.
But like, a back shot of somebody who like the green hair or something. You're like, that's the fucking Joker, and he leaves and he escapes, and now here we go.
Yeah,
it would have really felt like from a continuity standpoint, like
sure,
you throw a card at the end, and you're like, it works.
Yeah,
but it would have been pretty cool to say, like, kind of like with Man of Steel, and how that leads into the Justice League and says like. The Man of Steel, like fighting these bad guys has also destroyed a city, which then means all these innocent people have died. Like there's this sort of like repercussion afterwards. It could have been an interesting little, like all of this stuff has now let Joker go, and now Joker is the catalyst to where we're going.
No, that's a good one. Like in terms of just, thinking of the,
because they wanted Joker to be in the third movie.
Oh, clearly.
Obviously. They wanted that to happen. So they knew where they wanted to go here. So it's kind of like, boy.
Yeah. So
it's the only real quibbles I have with this is Katie Holmes, kind of that.
Well, Katie Holmes, I struggle with Katie Holmes in as much as like she is like she can handle like the innocence of like you grew up with Bruce Wayne, you're a kind of like girl next door aspect.
Yeah.
At no point do I ever feel like she has the weight to handle like the Gotham City district attorney.
No. You do not have the gravitas to be an ADA. No.
Like never for once I feel like
ironically enough is Bruce Wayne's dad, Thomas Wayne, is actually ADA in Law and Order, the TV series, for a few years. So
that's good.
I mean, like, he's got the gravitas for an ADA.
Like,
Katie Holmes,
but then Maggie in the second one,
she's got
definitely pulls that weight of like, oh no, like I agree. Like she is absolutely miscast.
She's fine. I don't feel bad. Like that's not her fault.
No,
she did exactly what she needed to do.
Yes.
What she was brought in to do.
Yes. So I have a question. Like, do you think this movie unintentionally benefit from, again, you never know in hindsight.
Yeah.
Having Liam Neeson in Kingdom of Heaven be the similar, like almost exact type of like developing the kind of main character training, and Liam Neeson dies in that. So then when this comes out like 2 months later or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Liam Neeson's back as the kind of regular, like, oh, thanks for bringing this great guy back for like the origin, like kind of building the training, and you kill him off. Because I truly still love that main guy dies. And then when they're like, Ra's al Ghul, he's coming back, he's not back. And then when the camera pans, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Ducard.
I agree.
Like,
I like
so
there
great.
is at the time.
Yes.
Because Watanabe had been in Last Samurai. He was out there. We knew. And he died. And you're kind of like, okay, cool. But now you make it seem like it's Falcone and
you're back to Gotham
and Scarecrow
and bad guys.
There's a different bad guy. So they do a good job of that. I'm not sure I can say that Kingdom of Heaven, because not many people saw Kingdom of Heaven in theaters.
Yeah,
I did, but
yeah, we did. Yeah.
However, I will say they benefit from him being Qui-Gon a few years before, in that sort of understanding of saying
the Liam Neeson
that sort
like...
of, right, exactly. You bring in this like mentor kind of guy. That's where I do think you do benefit. Of Liam Neeson is he's Oscar Schindler. He's like
otherworldly,
right? He's not a bad guy. He's not a thing.
What?
Like, and then you do that. So I do think they benefit from that for sure.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So as much as I want people to watch Kingdom of Heaven, I would probably go more to the Qui-Gon side.
Episode 1. I'll give you that. Episode 1. Yeah, exactly. So I actually think now with the like stories and movies to come after this, I truly cannot believe this is still like Nolan's third film.
Well, fourth, but yeah. Following counts. It's an hour and 10 minutes, man.
Yes.
I don't know what to tell you. It's
Sugarland Express is a movie.
It is.
No one gives a shit about it.
It
no,
does exist.
but no one gives a shit about it. I'm saying like Nolan came into the world
his third
with Memento.
Studio film.
Yes. And then something like the fact that they trusted and we covered that in the different episodes.
Yeah.
What he did. I still cannot believe he elevates the material like this.
But I think
writing, action, execution, it's fantastic.
But I mean, it's Ryan Coogler and Black Panther. There are plenty of examples in why Hollywood needs to do this more.
Yes.
Is to don't find an indie guy just to find an indie guy.
Sure, for the sake of it, yes.
But if you have plenty of examples of people who say, actually even Spielberg, you talk about Sugar Land Express, who he did that, and he had done Duel, which is even more impressive that they had given that to Spielberg.
Yeah.
But they thought that movie was going to be not what it was. They really did not think it was going to be, the Jaws was going to be what it was.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, from a Warner Brothers standpoint, they knew what they had with this person. They had to have known, we have something special. Yes. Let's get him something and convince him.
Yes.
I got to believe that it actually took them convincing him to do this movie.
Yeah.
If you look at his pedigree.
Batman franchise.
You want to restart the Batman franchise, do you?
You want?
But no, I think there's the best examples of it. Whether it be Jon Favreau with Iron Man or Ryan Coogler with Black Panther,
Bryan Singer,
Bryan Singer. God forbid, we know what Bryan Singer's a piece of shit human being, but again, brings in like Usual Suspect, apt people, like really good pedigree, and James Gunn is another great example. You give them. So when it works, when the studios are willing to do it, like it works so well.
Yeah.
Like Edgar Wright is another example too.
Very much so.
Of saying like he did these independent films along the way and then here we go.
Yeah.
So I really wish studios did this more.
Yeah.
So no, but somebody at Warner Brothers had to look at him and go, this dude's something else.
Yeah.
We're going to do
He's got something.
And I think I'm listing off those examples as if they're just easy to find.
Yeah.
I just listed off 5 or 6 really great directors with really great visions. And there's examples of other people who have absolutely shit the bed. Yeah. So, I mean, like, I don't want to make it seem like it's a thing.
It's not a 1-for-1.
Right. Are you got anything else?
I have the score.
Go ahead with the score.
So, Elfman's score, Batman theme.
Iconic.
It's iconic.
The
Batman theme is unreal.
Mm.
So, great. They worked through it. I honestly remember watching this being like, are they going to do anything with it? Or just basically be like, yeah, fuck that noise. We're scrapping it.
They moved it.
To the credit of like Zimmer and Howard, or New and Howard, like they just simplify it.
Mm.
Of like, it's the brass notes.
Yeah.
They make
I'll do you a favor and find some good.
Yes. Yeah.
In editing, I'll find some. Yeah.
Versus my like
the
elephant noise. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, what works for it in like
a giraffe dying.
So it's a great like simplified Batman sequence.
Yeah.
But what really works is the elegantly simple piano motif.
Mm-hmm.
And then the oboe that kicks in for like Bruce's memories of his father.
The past, yep.
Oh, and I think it's more like probably like more Newton Howard than Zimmer. I think like again the duality of characters.
Maybe who knows? Because Zimmer has shown the ability to do that in years since.
But again, how it came together, the fact that they could have like the Batman sequences, but then the really evocative like elements of his backstory.
Yeah.
I love the fact they were like I love the score. It's fantastic.
I agree. I mean, I think it brings in to a certain extent. It brings in, especially with the heavy horns and the heavy sort of like metalish sort of feel to it, because that is where the original Batman score kind of like separated itself. It wasn't an orchestral feel. It was very machinist. I don't know, like had sort of like feel like that metally feel.
Yep.
So they do a good job of honoring that. But I love, like, I haven't again seen the new Jurassic World, and apparently they bring in some of the original score from Williams and stuff like that.
Sure.
That's fun.
Yeah.
But it's also lazy a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, give me something new.
Yes.
Right? Which is why, like, the Jurassic World score is actually pretty good. Because they take off of what came before it and then make it better or make it different. And I think that's where this works. Is that you go, I have this understanding of what the score is supposed to be. Because I can hear that original Batman score in my head.
It's so great.
It's really great. But then I also think, why, like...
Yeah.
Why?
Leave
like,
it
that
be.
was its thing. But let's also bring that expectation in and say we're going to make this our own thing.
Yes.
I do desperately need to make a score tie-in or something. I recently just watched the score again, and I've talked about this from De Niro and Edward Norton and
right. I have no idea.
Marlon Brando, baby.
Oh, that's right, Brando.
Yeah, Brando's in of all people. And I bought it, so if you want to watch it, find it on Vudu. But anyway, I do like I love the idea of putting that in some sort of thing because we always talk about the score.
Because it's important.
It is really good. And what's interesting to think about the score is what comes next with Dark Knight.
Oh my god!
Right,
violin.
Right, exactly. So it's so interesting to look back at these movies and say, I know you did not have the understanding that this would come in later in future films. But the ability to come into a future film, and we'll talk about hopefully if we're doing this in a couple of years with Dark Knight, I think we're both holding out for that.
Oh, so I know. It's so good, yes.
We're so bored with this. Just give it a Dark Knight.
3 more years.
And then it's like, that is where I think like, you take what you did before and you build off of it.
Yeah.
You didn't know at the time. Don't tell me you knew.
No.
But yeah, you can hear little moments of that in here. He's like, oh, the score is really good.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know if I'll throw in hot take or not. Boy. Yeah, maybe I will. It's a hot shot. I don't know. We gotta revive something. Boy, we're at an hour and 15 minutes already.
Because we had the introduction of a recent stuff.
I understand, but still, we love this movie.
Batman.
Whatever. You idiots will listen to anything.
Put some respect in your mouth.
I will say, the more I thought about this, and the more I think modern superhero movies, for better or worse, get Iron Man from 2008 gets a ton of credit for that.
Yes.
Why the fuck does Batman Begins from 2 years prior not get more credit for being like... Because what we had before that was X-Men we didn't like. Now, we did like X2 in the Spider-Man films, but even then, all of those films... Actually, X-Men, not so much, but Spider-Man films especially. Yeah. And then Ang Lee's The Hulk.
Yes.
The 90s Batman films, they felt like comic book movies.
Yes.
They just had this feel that said the look of this, the feel of this was comic booky fake.
Yes. Unrealistic.
Right. And then, now X2 probably not necessarily the case as much, but beyond that, even then, super mutant sort of feeling, it still felt disjointed.
Yep.
Iron Man is a real sort of Iron Man is Batman. He doesn't have superhuman powers, right? He's a rich, like a billionaire philanthropist playboy.
Technology.
But yeah, he just has this ability to do it. And I'm like, why the hell does Iron Man get the credit for the modern era of superhero films when 2 years prior is arguably a better film? Batman Begins is a better film than Iron Man.
Absolutely.
So I don't understand. I really am like, my hot take, I guess, in modern times is this is more important to the modern superhero genre than Iron Man.
It absolutely shifted the genre without it feeling like a shift was happening.
Yeah. Iron Man came around and it felt like a shift.
Yes.
So I give that.
Yes.
But it built off of what Batman Begins brought to the party.
Absolutely.
This sense of realism.
Yes. Because it felt like, let's take something that prior to this, Superman, other stuff, like, always felt super, like, it just felt unrealistic.
I love Superman. That's one of my favorite comic books.
It's great.
I've got them. Matt and I were going through them recently. I love them.
Yeah.
But it's not a realistic.
No.
If done poorly, it's not realistic.
Yeah, some alien comes out. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Boring. I mean, I've never. We won't get into that.
Yeah.
But I agree. Nothing after this, like, really shows the appreciation for Batman Begins.
No. Everyone loves Dark Knight. Dark Knight is
it's
one of the best crime dramas, one of the best superhero films, whatever. I get it.
Yes.
But without this movie,
yes,
arguably Iron Man isn't as good.
Nope.
Dark Knight doesn't exist.
No.
Like, come on.
It definitely feels like 2005 was a paradigm shift for superhero movies because of this.
Yes.
Because
it just does not get the modern day recognition.
I totally agree.
Every time I watch this movie, I'm like, man, I love this movie.
And it's so good.
It is so good.
Like, yeah, I can feel it. Like, it's
no,
like
it's a well done. It's a well crafted,
fucking good. I love it.
You good?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love it. Oh god.
I'm going up there. I'm going to try it. I'm going to let the jury decide.
As we close out our spotlight segment, we come to our final takes called The Verdict.
If we are to have faith and justice, we need only to believe in ourselves.
This is where Tim and I give our final verdicts after rewatching the film and decide whether or not the movie held up over the course of 2 decades.
Now you get out of here before I call the bailiff and have you thrown in jail.
This is The Verdict.
I said to hell with it, to hell.
I'm going to watch it. All right, well, for my verdict is Batman Begins represents a huge shift in film history and should hold its place right alongside Iron Man with regards to the modern superhero genre, for better or worse, and depending on your perspective there. It deserves all the love it gets and more, and actually is not given enough credit for creating what we know now today with comic book films. It is interesting to watch these movies later. It's interesting to watch these movies later on, now that we know what we know about Nolan. And we see what happens when a true filmmaker takes the reins of a truly great story. With iconic performances from Bale, Freeman, and Kane, and truly beautiful filmmaking from cinematographer Wally Pfister, and overall direction from Nolan, Batman Begins is a top 5 comic book film to this day, in my opinion. While not being perfect, especially with Holmes' performance, it does what all truly great films do. It ties into what makes us all human and what we have in common. I have this in my top favorite comic book films, and it stands there still, 4.5 out of 5 for me.
That's a really good one.
So,
nice. So, again, I am obsessed with Batman.
Yeah. If we haven't established that by now.
And I'll just say for this. This film is the greatest origin story movie of the greatest superhero character. So, like, bar none. You can't beat it. They redefined it. And good luck to anything after. Batman Begins not only brings a fresh, grounded perspective to a timeless story and character, but leans into all the classic elements of what makes Bruce Wayne take up the mantle of Batman. Christian Bale establishes himself as a solid action star who can juxtapose between the hero aspect and as we talked about, like the really great human aspects of Bruce Wayne. And then something we didn't preach at the time, director Christopher Nolan showing what he can accomplish, balancing realism and spectacle. And how he's able to thread those is just, again, we'll see that future movies, it's incredible. I unabashedly adore this movie. It's an absolute classic and a game changer, as we talked about, for superhero films. 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's just so damn good.
It's just so good.
Come on, not my beer.
With our reactions and verdicts to the movie out of the way, we move on to the reactions to our beers that we drank while rewatching our subject movie.
And if you want to have sex with a disgusting bad brewer with a terrible attitude,
this is where we take a look back at our beers and give our expert ratings for our drinking buddies.
Ugh, whatever. Hey, here's the truth.
This is Drinking Buddies.
Let's get weird.
We started the evening with an option out of our friends out of Duluth.
Friends?
Duluth?
Yet again, I still have not been up there.
It's a great...
Boy, I've drank a lot of Ursa Minor beer, but
their facility is fantastic.
Yeah, I got to get up there, man. If they were cheaper to go up there.
Pizza's so good. Ursa Minor Brewing, their Pterodactyl Screams Hazy.
Such a weird name.
IPA, I know.
Yeah.
I picked it up this week when I was up there last week. On the way home.
Oh, from the Boundary Waters.
From the Boundary Waters, the
Okay.
majestic area. Exactly. Oh, nature. It's a 3.75 for me. It's nice. It's solid. I would say I thought it was better on tap.
Well, again, good for you.
They went by on the cans,
Look
but yeah,
at you.
it's solid. I like it.
I have a 4.25 out of 5 on this. In fact, I think it might be my favorite beer of the night, or at least tied with it.
Yeah.
But I like Ursa Minor a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's good. It was a crushably good hazy.
Super solid.
You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes you grab a hazy where you're like, it's a little bitter, it's a little this. It has like a pineapple-y sort of flavor to it. Super smooth. I started with 4, and as I was drinking it and realizing that I was like just crushing it
You're like,
down,
damn,
added an extra quarter point to them.
Nice.
I really liked it. Yeah. I mean, now, again, I didn't have it on tap.
Sure.
So, I mean, I don't have the comparison, but it was good. I had 4.25.
It's good. And then, in honor of this film,
there you go,
being, I guess, filmed.
It was filmed there, yeah,
in Chicago. I wanted to find an option in
Yeah.
Chicago this week. So, Half Acre Brewing out of Chicago, Illinois. They had a partnership. So, again, kind of a duality partnership. Whatever.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just,
Swing and
I'll
miss on that
stop.
one.
It's a
Yeah.
stretch. That's a bit too far. They had a collaboration with Firestone Walker out of somewhere in California, I believe. Their Daisy Cutter, which is always a pale ale, but when they mess it up and do they make an IPA.
I love Daisy Cutter. The double Daisy Cutter is awesome.
It's so good.
Yeah.
The
And
Daisy
then they
Cutter
did this.
Union
Yeah.
West Coast IPA. So I guess in honor of Firestone Walker.
Mhm.
I had a 3.5.
Yeah.
For me, I kind of expected more of a bite.
Yeah.
Oh, like maybe it was the hazy, like the West Coast. Like I
don't know.
It was not much of a West Coast for me. It was just like a meh. It's fine.
I was severely disappointed with this.
Yeah.
And Firestone Walker is not a great brewery.
Yeah.
Like Half Acre is outstanding.
So
I will
good.
die on that hill. They are great. This was like I poured it and it was clear, basically.
I was
like
like,
there
it's
was no. This is a West Coast.
Yeah.
And it looks like a lager. I don't even know. I was severely disappointed with it, but it's still well crafted.
Yep.
It's still well done. So it's 3.5 out of 5. But yeah, I was. Where is Firestone Walker out of?
Somewhere in, I imagine,
Go ahead
West
and-
Coast.
Go ahead and talk about the next beer we have, and I'm going to look.
I'm
going
gonna guess.
Where do you, right here, Firestone Walker. Google. Go. Nope.
No. Northern Wisconsin.
I mean, it's California, so
Northern
there you go.
California.
California has lots of tap rooms,
Sure.
right? So it's like Marina Del Rey, Paso
Sacramento?
Paso Robles. No, Paso Robles looks like their prominent place, but anyway, California. So you got
California.
the state
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
So good job.
And then
I'm disappointed in it.
I know.
I was actually for both of them. I was disappointed.
I was like, this is really great. And then out of a local option,
yes,
here in St. Louis Park, their Steel Toe Brewing, their Sissel Raspberry Sour Ale.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it. I'm like, we should have a sour. Let's try it out. I really liked it. It was a 4 for me. I thought it was like a nice, refreshing summer option for like a raspberry sour option. I liked it a lot.
I'm shocked I've never had this before.
I agree. I'm like, I've never.
I go to Steel Toe regularly. Now I like their IPAs. I think they are outstanding in their IPAs.
Yes.
I have 4.25. This is really good.
Right?
I was really impressed with this. I know I've had it before in my brain. I'm like, I see the bottle and I'm like, I've had this before. It's really good.
Yeah.
It is really good. I have 4.25. It's
I feel like the raspberry or like kind of sour things are always like a Fair State or something else. I'm like, how have I not had
LTD
this
has it too.
before?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And then,
yes,
seasonally speaking, I was walking to the liquor store, so I'm like, oh, Hop Slam is out. Wait,
Yes.
that can't be right. That's an option for the winter.
Sure.
So that's not the tropical version that Bell's out of Michigan decided, hey, let's release it. They have no notes on it or details of what makes it tropical, which definitely comes through when you pour it, because
Does it?
I do not feel like it's tropical.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you can release it year round, no shame.
Yeah.
But don't like dress it up as a tropical option. It was
No.
a 3.25 for me, because I'm like, it's great. It's a solid, like, but
Sure.
relative to what it is normally, I was like,
So I actually came in at 3.75 because I liked it better than the Half Acre beer.
sure.
So I was like, you can't be lower than that, you know. This is the type of beer that makes me question, do I have COVID? Because I can't taste what you're trying to, like, do I have COVID here? Because tropical, question mark? No. Hop Slam, which I haven't had in a while, I will admit, is really good.
It's so good.
It's got a bite to it. It's really good. Yeah, no, I was like,
yeah, this had no hit to it. It was like,
tropical is, damn it. Yeah, no, I had 3.75. It's fine.
The exciting quiz program 21.
Our final segment of the episode is Quiz Show,
I have stood on the shoulders of life, and I've never gotten down into the dirt to build.
where in our research for our subject film, we find some interesting trivia nuggets that we hope will stump the other and possibly intrigue you.
This is not McCarthyism. You're not here to expose for the sake of exposure.
This is Quiz Show.
Well, evidently, certain of the contestants were given the answers in advance.
Cheating on a quiz show. It's like plagiarizing a comic strip.
All right, Tim, what do you got for...
I got 3.
Okay, let me look here. I think I have 4. I think I have 4. I think I have 4. So I'm going to go first.
Do it.
I'm going to start with a nice Oscar-based easy one. Okay. Tim, of all the principal actors in this, who has the most Oscar nominations?
Nominations?
Yep.
So Bale.
There's an easy maybe 2 or 3 you're going to narrow it down to, but we have actually quite a few. This is a solid cast.
Kane.
Yep. Kane.
Bale.
Yep. Bale,
Oldman,
Kane,
and Freeman, and Holmes.
Holmes has not been nominated for an Oscar.
I'm like, yeah, so rule her out.
We got
Murphy.
Bale. Yep.
Neeson.
Yep.
I'm gonna say
Bale, Kane, Watanabe, Neeson, Murphy, Oldman, Wilkinson, Freeman have all been nominated
I'm
for
gonna
Oscars.
say Bale has the most nominations.
Bale is 3rd on that list. Do you want to take I'm going to give you a wrong buzzer on that.
Freeman.
Also wrong. Come on.
Oldman.
No, also wrong. Damn it. All right. So, yes. Well,
Michael
Kane, I'll give you that
freaking
one. Yeah, but yeah. Bale has 4. Watanabe, Neeson, Murphy all have 1. Oldman has 3.
Yeah.
Wilkinson has 2. Freeman has 5.
Sure.
So Freeman's are Street Smart, Driving Miss Daisy, Shawshank Redemption, $1 Million Baby, and Invictus.
Yeah.
And then Kane has Alfie from 1967.
Yep.
A couple other movies along the way, something called Sleuth, Educating Rita, Hannah and Her Sisters, Cider House Rules, which he shouldn't have won for, Tom Cruise all the way. And then The Quiet Americans. So he had 6 nominations. He's won twice, but he went from 67 to 2003. So he had almost a 40-year gap between them.
I should have known that.
Yeah, but Kane has 6 nominations across the board. Bale's a good guess, though. I actually kind of was like,
I mean, he's
he said,
yeah,
but I thought I actually thought he had more than 4 because I feel like when a movie has Christian Bale in it, he gets out. Like I will die on the hill that The Big Short is one of the best movies in the last 15 years.
Yes,
but he got nominated for that, and I'm like, he's good in it, but there's better performances than that. Anyway, off topic. So there you go. Start with an easy one.
So we're going to talk about the person who wasn't nominated. But
yeah,
Katie Holmes obviously rose to massive fame with her role on TV's Dawson's Creek.
Yes.
She had her big screen breakout role of sorts in what 1998 teen horror film co-starring James Marsden and Nick Stahl, who is in our Happy Hour film, Sin City.
Who is this?
Oh,
horror film.
You can see the picture of it. I know you can't.
Yes.
Poster, yes.
Here's the thing: is I know what you did last summer, stuck man. I know that's not right, but I'm just like, oh my god.
Yep.
Katie Holmes, Nick Stahl, James Marsden. God damn it! What
disturbing behavior?
Ah,
there it is.
I can see the poster.
Yep.
I saw the movie once, but I can see the poster.
Right, yeah. Teaser for the happy hour.
Yep. Fine. All right. All right. So during development, another actor aside from Bale was considered and discussed for the role of Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, with Nolan. They actually discussed it.
Jeez.
But eventually both agreed it was not the right fit for him. However, the two would go on to film together later. Care to guess which young actor mutually decided not to play Batman?
That worked with Nolan later?
Yeah.
Shit. Like, what other things that weren't
Batman lots of actors along the way.
DiCaprio.
Incorrect. That is Heath Ledger. Was originally not originally like sort of offered, but they had met, they had discussed it. It said, and mutually they said this is not for me.
The right
which
thing.
is why he ended up on the radar for a few years later.
The Joker.
Yeah.
You want to come back?
Yep.
That's good. So the Lamborghini Bruce Wayne drives to the hotel.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. Around the middle of the movie has a specific model associated with it, which is the Lamborghini Murcielago. Care to guess what the Spanish word Murcielago translate to in English?
Bat?
Yes, it does.
I don't know. Here we
how
go.
great is that?
That's great.
That's a deep
thing.
cut,
Man.
Yeah. The Lamborghini Bat.
You got one more?
I do.
All right. So Forbes magazine around this time analyzed how much it would cost to become Batman in real life.
Like the sticker price?
Yeah. How much? So care to guess the total expenses they came to at the time? It's not $1 billion or anything.
Sure, no.
But like, what do you think Forbes magazine looked at this movie and said, this is what it would cost?
$10 million.
That is incorrect, but not a terrible guess. $3.5 million. That's a steal, man.
That's not bad.
That's not modern. I mean, now it would probably be $10 million.
Sure.
Or, I mean,
inflation.
with tariffs, right? I mean, that steal for the supports have got to get tariff surcharges from, But yeah, it's probably 10 to 12 million. So $3.5 million is all it costs for the billionaire guy. No wonder he's had no problem doing it.
He's like,
it's
a night gig.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was like, wipe my ass with this money.
Yeah, $3.5 million.
Yeah, $3.5 million. I'm sorry. Did you
To
say
clean up Gotham.
$1 million
Sorry,
or
what?
billion? Oh,
M?
million?
With an
Okay.
M? Yeah, sure. Alfred, sign me up. Although not credited as a direct adaptation, Batman Begins borrows heavily from story elements contained in the 1986 graphic novel Batman Year One. Year One.
I gotcha.
Including the first efforts of Wayne becoming Batman and a budding partnership with Gordon taking on the seedy crime world of Gotham. Can you name the author of that comic?
Wasn't that Frank Miller?
It sure was.
It sure was.
Teaser for Sensei.
Yeah. I actually think I have Year One in my room right now. so here we go.
Good. Nice.
All right. Let's file this under a bit of sexism in the comic world. Katie Holmes is obviously the actress with the most lines in this film. However, the actress with the second most lines in this is actually a lead from a former Nolan film, by the way. Care to guess which film?
In this movie?
Yeah.
She was in a previous Nolan film.
You only got a few options.
I did not see anybody from Insomnia.
Yeah.
Nor Memento.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess Following.
That's correct.
I
So
have
following,
no
Lucy
idea who.
Russell plays
What?
the guest at the restaurant, like the blonde woman who is like talking about
That's
whatever.
right. Talking about like Bruce Wayne's
she
like
has
cleaning
the
it up.
second most lines from a woman in this movie, and it's like 4. How horrible is yeesh? I saw that and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write this down and I'm gonna fact check this because like at one point, Cillian Murphy's talking to another doctor or whatever about how crazy Falcone is or whatever.
Yeah.
She's only got like 3.
Yep.
But yeah, the second most lines is, and she
Bruce Wayne's
worked with
nothing.
Nolan in the
That's
following.
great.
Like, oh my God,
that's good.
it's so bad. It's like, oh man, filing it under sexism. All right, well that brings us to the end of the episode. Be sure to find us on all of your be sure to find all of our previous episodes on your favorite streaming platforms, and stay tuned for our upcoming happy hour on another comic adaptation, graphic novel from 2005 in Sin City. Beyond that, be on the lookout for future episodes diving further back again, where we cover Unbreakable from 2000 and The Usual Suspects from 1995. Nice. Find us on the web via the metaverse of Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, and head to 20years4beers.com for more info. We want to say thank you for taking the time to listen and for clicking that like or subscribe button from your devices. This has been 20 Years 4 Beers. My name is Steve.
I'm Tim.
And thanks for listening.
Thank you.
This is the type of beer that makes me question, do I have COVID? Let's file this under a bit of sexism in the comic world. This guy is fucked up, man.